Caitlin, I'd like to start.
Apologies if people have already asked this, but I was just wondering.
It's a great start, Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I think you talk to it all the time. The giant ad on the JW Marriott, what was your reaction the first time you saw that?
It's huge. Honestly, nobody's asked me that yet, so it's cool. I think obviously Gary did a really good, cool job, but like honestly, I can see it from my apartment balcony. So like if I walk out there in the morning, it's just like my face. And it's like quite a ways away, but no, it's super cool. I was like, oh, that probably costs a lot to put that size poster on the JW Marriott. So no, but it's super cool.
And then like you've been on billboards and things like that before, and all that for years. I'm sure that a lot of places you go, you'll see your face, kind of like you just said. But is that something you're still getting used to, or are you used to it at this point?
I don't know if I would say I'm used to it. Like you're driving down the street, and it kind of takes you back for a second. Like it's super cool, and to be in a city that really supports, the Fever and our whole organization. Obviously the Pacers too. People love it, and that's the coolest part. And then obviously Gatorade supports women's basketball really well as well. So the two of those combined, like it makes for something special in this city, and people get excited about it, and people will like go out there and take pictures and pose in front of it. But I don't know if it's really ever something you gotta get used to, seeing your face that large on a building that large.
Matt?
Yeah, hi Caitlin. Obviously last night with the ESPYs, just curious if you were watching it live and what your reactions, thoughts to winning two pretty major awards.
Yeah, I was watching it live. I was just sitting on my couch by myself. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. I thought something that like really stood out to me was like how much women's basketball was a part of the show. I think it shows where women's basketball is going, and obviously women's athletics in general. Obviously Serena did a tremendous job hosting, and I think that was great. But to me, like, Juju won, Asia won, I won a couple. I think it just shows the excitement around the game and how many people watched and paid attention and where it's going to go.
Jacob?
Kind of building off the question about the billboard. I mean, dating back to your time at Iowa, what's kind of the process been like for you, just almost learning to exist with so many eyes on you, both on the court and off of it?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. It's not anything like I would ever want to change. It's something that's super special. And to me, like, I still feel like a normal person. I try to go about my daily life the best I can. But at times, like, there's just things that I can't do that maybe somebody else could. But for me, it's cool to see the excitement in our community of how many people support us. And not only here in Indianapolis, but when we're on the road too. Like, the fans are great, whether I'm out to dinner with some of my teammates, whether we're going to the game. So I think that's just something that you have to adjust and plan for and get used to. And just to see how it's evolved from my, career at Iowa. I feel like just yesterday I was a freshman there playing in front of, nobody during COVID. And then, even the year after that, like, our arena wasn't sold out every single game. Like, it was like half full. And by the time I was a senior, it was a really hard ticket to get. And now it's obviously the same here as a professional. And I don't know. I mean, I still feel like a young kid that just loves basketball and loves the game and loves being around people and my teammates and my friends and family. And that's how I try to go about my life, honestly.
I know a lot of this is your teammates just making shots, but you have 4 straight games with double-digit assists. Is there anything that you're seeing that's kind of opening up that area of your game?
I think just like the comfortability of, kind of starting to find my flow. I think as a unit, we're starting to play faster. I think a lot of times when we're scoring in transition, at times it's coming off of made baskets on the other team. Like, we're getting the ball out faster, we're pushing in transition faster. That's where we're kind of finding a lot of success. But I think just my comfortability of, playing with my teammates, playing in this league, like, I'm just learning every single day. And, that's the best for me, like, just experience. The more experience I'm going to get, the better I'm going to get, the more I'm going to be able to improve and just learn things from game to game. So I think it's more so just that.
Go Bria, then Chloe.
Hey, Caitlin. So one thing about Indiana, we're big on the basketball world.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere else, so what we like to say, everywhere else is just basketball. Mm-hmm. Do you get that feel here, or is that just all talk?
No, I think Indiana certainly loves basketball, and I could have even told you that during like my college days. Like, when we would go on the road, most places, like, mostly Iowa fans, even if we're on the road. No, not when you come play in Indiana. Like, that place Assembly Hall is rocking. Like, you can't hear anything. Like, that's a true road environment for women's basketball, and the way they support there is pretty incredible. And they love their Hoosiers. It was like definitely the hardest place to play throughout my college career. weren't many Iowa fans when we went on the road there. So I think that was my first glimpse of, understanding how important basketball is in this state, and then obviously the history, and then, obviously our franchise, the feat like we've won championships, and what Tamika did was absolutely incredible. And obviously the Pacers too, they've been, obviously this year, they were incredible, and just coming to their games, like you can see the buzz and the excitement, and you see the buzz and the excitement just when you're on the streets, like people just love it and support it. And for me, like I couldn't imagine a better place to, start my career.
Chloe, last one.
Yeah, you mentioned how well women's sports were represented at the ESPYs. Just what did it mean for you to be the first woman to win Best Record-Breaking Moment?
Yeah, I didn't know that until my little brother sent it to me this morning. I think it's super cool. I think it probably shouldn't have been the first woman to ever win that award in my eyes, just because, I grew up supporting so many different, female athletes that I idolized and I loved, and the amount of records that I saw people break and win. Like, to me, like, how did Serena Williams never win that award? Like, that's crazy. Like, just thinking about things like that. But, hopefully it's the start to, women getting more recognition and, their accomplishments being recognized a little bit more. But obviously it's cool. But yeah, I think it's not something you would have guessed, honestly. But for me, it's just something I'm really grateful for.
All right. Thank you, everybody.